Loco.
Dímelo, relajando, en serio.
Dime a ver, manín.
Chilling, papi.
Diantre,
It's
brother.
Monday night.
¿Cuánto tiempo, brother?
I know, it felt like a whole week.
Cha, me siento que pasó como un año, brother.
Oh, with the storm. Nicole.
¿Qué storm?
Nicole no trató mal.
Nicole.
Pero
ni con alcohol.
Eso. No, eso ni con alcohol se resolvía esa cosa.
No, brother. Eso no hizo nada, brother.
No,
No.
Bueno.
Nos vamos a decir que no hizo nada, porque sí hizo daño.
Yeah.
En toda la costa, el área de la costa de aquí.
Yeah, Daytona Beach is bad.
Hizo daño.
Yeah.
So que no podemos, tú sabes, tapar el sol con un dedo.
Right.
Ahora, en el área donde nosotros vivimos, no hizo nada.
¿No sentiste nada en la casa?
¿Nada? ¿Qué?
Honestamente, I felt like it was worse than Ian. En sentido de viento. Like, sentí que la casa actually, like, recibió como unos cantacitos de viento.
Brother, no relaje.
De verdad, en serio. I feel like no sé, I woke up and it's just like...
¿Cómo fue? Señores y señores, buenas noches. Estamos en Relajando en Serio y estamos en vivo y en directo aquí para pasar un buen rato con ustedes y discutir algunas cositas. Y bueno, entonces pasarla chévere porque es lunes.
It's Monday night.
Monday night.
And Monday night we use it to relajar en serio.
Sí, bueno, no nada más los lunes.
Es verdad, es what we live.
Hay que relajar en serio todo el tiempo.
Y estaremos hablando de eso en este día.
¿De qué, brother?
De who we are, what we do.
Well, look at me, bro.
You got a hoodie on and everything.
I'm authentic, bro.
But you're not going like that on the cruise, right?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna like the weatherman on the cruise?
Yeah. This is my style, bro.
This guy has a storm chaser outfit on.
I'm authentic.
Loco, la tormenta ya pasó.
No, bro.
Déjate de estar...
Siempre hay tormenta, loco.
Where?
Everywhere.
You talking deep or you talking like...
Yeah,
you trying to be profundo?
Sí. Tormentas hay en todos lados.
En la vida, en el trabajo.
En todos lados.
En la iglesia.
En todos lados.
La vida espiritual.
En todos lados.
La secular.
En todos lados.
La metafísico.
En todos lados.
En todos lados.
Aquí hay una tormenta ahora mismo.
¿Es verdad?
Ya. ¿Tú no has sentido los vientos?
No, el abanico no está puesto. Y como quiera así, como no tengo pelo, no se notaría.
Ya, ¿tú te imaginas? Deja
No,
ver.
man, no se ve nada.
Deja ver,
But,
deja ver.
nothing's.
Ni con esa brisa se movió, brother.
No, no, no.
Eh,
Eso es lo que pasa cuando tienes el don sin pelo.
ey, ese don es bacano, bro.
El don sin pelo.
Señores y señores, gracias por sintonizarse. Este,
Estamos
tire-
contentos, estamos felices.
estamos felices
Estamos felices.
con Feli.
Con Feli, sí, un día tenemos que invitar a Félix Aquino.
Bro, eso,
Discúlpanos al técnico aquí, no sé.
¿qué fue lo que pasó ahí, bro? Se
No,
metió ¿tú viste? Yo te dije que había tormenta.
sí, a un branch se le cayó encima del botón, ¿verdad?
Hay muchas cosas raras por aquí volando, bro.
No sé, hay que orar, hay que reprender.
No, definitivamente.
Esto está difícil aquí
Eso
la
está
cosa.
feo, bro. ¿Tú viste eso?
Es que es verdad, mira la palma atrás.
Mira,
Como
mira.
que hay un vientecito. Es
Uh,
verdad, es
eso se
verdad.
siente bueno, loco.
Se ve bien bueno eso.
Eso está chulo. Mira que se ve por ahí, se ve por aquí.
Ajá. You know why I put it, right?
To like motivate me.
To motivate you, but I don't want to I don't want to, rub
Que-
it into people.
Well, I don't want to spoil people. You know what I'm saying?
No?
Like saying like, you know,
I mean, some people know. Our faithful viewers know.
I mean, if they watching us and they follow us, they know what we're talking
I'm
about.
just gonna say Friday we're going on a cruise, and I'm so excited.
And
I
just so you
just
know,
can't hide it.
we're leaving from Miami port. Okay.
I thought it was Jacksonville.
Oh, it's Jacksonville.
Yeah,
It's not Miami.
no,
Are
it's
we
not
not
Miami.
going like flying to Cali and then taking?
Oh, flying to Cali.
Yeah.
That's money, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's how we roll, man.
That's
Uh,
how who rolls.
we do.
I'm not a celebrity.
No,
No.
dude, we already hit like 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, but even with 1,000 subscribers, I don't consider myself a celebrity.
No,
I
you
try to
humble.
stay humble.
You see, but
It's my humble opinion.
you're not humble.
I'm not.
No,
Oh man.
because you're actually like bragging about your humbleness. Ooh.
Sheesh.
A few moments later.
Wow, bro. Like I wasn't. You're my boy.
Man,
least I thought.
it's just like that one. That one, it was a good one though. It
was.
was like a revelation. Like,
Okay.
you
It
know what I'm
was.
saying?
I actually believe in that. Actually, what you said, I believe in
Right?
that. People that usually brag about their humbleness are usually aren't humble.
No, because you bragging about your humbleness,
Right,
so you're not humble.
right. But even if I was a celebrity, my intention would not be to brag.
And
I
what?
wouldn't. I
And
wouldn't
why would
want
it be?
No, to just stay the same. Stay me. Be authentic.
But who are you?
I'm Joey with the Y at the end, baby.
And then
And the Y is, you know what I'm saying?
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 You know what I mean?
No, my beautiful people out there, we love you.
We do.
We love you. Thank you very much for connecting every
Appreciate the
week.
support.
I feel like
You look hot, bro.
I'm
Like,
getting hot though.
I'm worried for you. I'm about to get some napkins and some towels over here.
No, it's just it
I'm about to
was
call the manager.
it was
to see if they
feeling
can-
weird in the end of my head though.
Yeah, because you look like you're suffocating.
It's just I'm trying to be, original.
You're trying to be original.
Yeah, I'm trying to be authentic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just like I feel like in the level that we are right now.
It's about authenticity.
Yeah.
Listen, let's go into something here. So I sent you a link earlier.
Yeah.
For you to kind of just look over.
Yeah.
And obviously today we're going to be talking about authenticity. We've been advertising it all over our social media and stuff like that. But we always open with a little segment to kind of make people laugh and kind of wonder like what the heck is going on in this world.
Now the question is, do they laugh?
I hope so. I mean, that's the whole point of the show.
Because that's my
Seriously
thing.
joking.
Like, are we doing it right? You know what I'm saying?
If anybody's watching, let us know. Do you enjoy our segments, opening segments?
Please, like,
Give us feedback.
like for
Click
real,
below.
like for real.
Comment
people.
below. What's the? Man, you ain't on the cues, bro.
What?
Where's the comment below thing?
Do we have a comment below?
I think we do.
Yeah. Dude, it's just like I haven't been
Well,
here.
you're on cruise mode.
I haven't been here in a
I
while.
need you
though.
here, bro. I need you here now, alive.
Like for real.
Atentivo.
Like that one?
Yes, thank you.
It's just like I feel like that one.
Yes. To all our viewers, if you can just pay attention to Indeed.com, I'm going to be sending out a job opening for a co-host.
Pa un cojo.
Yeah, un cojo.
No hace
Un
falta, bro.
cojo y un manco.
Yeah.
I'm going to be putting out a post for a co-host. Geo is not going to know about it, but if anybody qualifies or
I mean,
your resume is pretty good, then it will be entertained.
I feel they have my approval to go in there and apply if they actually subscribe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
See,
But
now,
not
now you're on the ball.
But not only that, they have to actually like the page.
Okay. Give it a
And then
thumbs
on
up.
top of that,
Uh-huh.
they have to hit the notification, the bell.
Nice.
Because we normally
Nice. But you know what else they got to do?
what are they gotta do?
Which I don't think you're prepared for.
I'm not.
You need to share our page, please.
You just comment below.
You need to share our page, please.
Just subscribe.
And you need to share our page.
And
please.
if you hit the bell, you will get the notifications.
That is correct.
Yeah.
But
But don't forget, like us. Okay?
and share.
I mean, yeah, normally.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Yeah.
will be kind of like the thing. Sure.
Yeah. We got to work on that for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like man.
So Indeed.com, Alejandro en Serio's page is going to be posting.
just
I love you,
email
bro.
me,
I love you,
email
bro.
me, and I will give you all the specifications that you need for this job. Okay, I got you.
I love you, bro. It's okay. Estamos relajando.
Pero tú estás en serio, bro.
Relajando en serio.
Sí, pero que.
So let's talk about the most authentic yet useless inventions. So there's something about inventions that requires creativity, right?
Yeah.
And usually when there's an invention, is because there's nothing else like it. Right? So the definition of authenticity is genuine, to be genuine. Just genuinely you per se, or genuinely that thing. So we have a lot of creative people in this world.
Okay.
Like I've thought about creating something or getting a patent for something or inventing something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that something is yet.
I mean, you created something though.
What did I create?
Yeah. You don't remember what you did?
No.
You created something though.
If I think you're talking about what you're talking about, I was used to create.
I mean, look, this man created this.
Oh. Well, I created the actual.
And if you don't know what it is,
You created the logo. I
But you-
created the product.
but you created this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I feel like they don't know what it is. You wanna go ahead and tell them what it is?
Yes. So this is a license plate tag that you can put on your vehicle. And if you want to feel cool and you don't want to put it on your vehicle, you've got a little man cave, you can put it on the wall, kind of like people do with street signs. I'm imagining that your street sign here is in somebody's garage.
Yeah, because I don't have a street name.
Yeah, it's gone. Nicole took the street sign.
Hey, if you watching, please return my street name. I'm getting lost every time I'm trying to drive back home.
I'm glad I know how to get to your house.
I don't know how to get home. Like,
I'm glad I know how to get to the studio, and I'm glad I know how to get to your house.
yeah,
Yeah.
like please. But if you don't know what this is, please let us know.
Yes, it is the first of our merch.
Yep.
If you are interested, send us a DM, send us a message, comment below, send us any request, and we can get this going for you. We can send you the details, and we can send you the pricing
Yeah,
for this merch,
yeah, and it will fit any vehicle.
Yep.
Even your bicycle.
except mine.
Yeah, no, it doesn't fit.
Yeah,
anything.
for whatever reason.
You
Fit mine.
created, you designed it, it doesn't fit.
Yeah, so I got to put it in my garage now.
That's fine in your
Yeah.
main cave though. That's
Or I
okay.
just I nail it to the side of my car or something.
Hey,
No, I
Put
would
it-
never do that. I
put it
would
in the
never
stroller.
disrespect my car. That'd be cool. On the
Yeah.
bottom, in the back.
dude, legit, bro.
They ever steal it, I know how to find my stroller. So we're gonna talk about the most authentic, yes, yet useless innovations or inventions. All right, you want to hear number one?
Yeah.
And I want to get your take on this. Okay. I find to be one of the most useless inventions, yet authentic, a walking sleeping bag.
a walking
sleeping bag.
sleeping bag.
So just imagine a sleeping bag that you cover yourself in and you wrap yourself in, but you could walk in it.
But
Just
how
instead of like a
how are you gonna walk on it?
it has like legs, like it wraps to your. It has like sleeves for your legs.
So you put it like if it was like a un kimono de eso,
Yeah, like a onesie or
whole
something.
a onesie.
Yeah, but it's a sleeping bag.
Dude. But what about your feet? Like they're gonna be out.
Yeah, your feet are out.
So then what about it's like super cold? Then you're dead.
You wear socks.
How many dude is a sleeping
Bro, everybody
bag?
knows you wear Crocs with socks.
You see, that's why it's useless. That's why it's useless.
Oh, my thing is why do you need a sleeping bag to walk in? Unless you sleepwalk.
I mean, hey, but it's comfortable. It could be comfortable.
No.
Let's say, for example, you know how hard it is to get out of a sleeping bag?
Yeah, because it's meant for you to sleep in.
Yeah, but what if in the middle of the night I had to go?
Then you get out.
So how easy it would be? Like I don't have to get out of the sleeping bag.
So it discourages.
I just get up.
It discourages you to use the bathroom. You still got to take it off.
No, because I will put a zipper in the front.
I don't know. I haven't. I've never bought one, so I don't know what the details come with it. But
So we should buy one then. We should buy one.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Let's buy one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I don't know if they create it anymore because it's pretty useless. The next one is a butter stick. So you remember the glue sticks?
Yeah.
That se usaba para pegar posters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So en vez de glue, mantequilla. So instead of you having to spread it with the butter knife, like butter or whatever, you just put it on the bread and you just spread it like that.
You see, I feel like that won't work, dude. It doesn't work.
It doesn't?
No, because you know why? Because bread is not. That will work if it was like a paper. But like on bread, you will like destroy the bread, trying to stick butter.
Well, what if you like heat it up and it's like soft?
Then everything is gonna melt.
No, not if you just heat up the butter a little bit and you have like the moist butter, to where it's just
Nah.
No. Well, then that's why it's obsolete.
Nah.
That's why it's useless.
Nah. Take it off the
Can
list.
you imagine putting like a whole bunch of holes through your white bread?
Dude, I'm telling you, it's like nothing. I mean, that would be good. Like if you like
it goes through your bread,
just put it on your lips and stuff like that, and it's just like
chapstick.
bar your lips. You could.
I can't believe it's not butter. All right, the next one. You ready for this?
Oh my god.
Shoe umbrellas.
Yo, I would definitely buy that.
You would buy that?
Yes.
So where were your Crocs? Because they have holes, right?
Yeah, dude. Easy. You put it in there and that's it. Like a nice accessory for my Crocs.
Pray for my dude.
Dude,
pray for my dude.
Like for real, though. Like,
no,
I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that when it's raining, you don't want to get wet. Like, like, first of all, I don't like to get wet. Second of all, I hate the feeling of my socks like to be like wet.
I do too.
And then
that's why you wear shoes that are completely concealed.
There's not such a thing.
I don't know what you do in the rain.
I take my shoes off and run.
In socks?
Yeah, or I take everything.
You hate wet socks. So
I take everything. Like I take my socks and my shoes and I put it in a bag or inside of my shirt, run to my car.
And then you put them back. You put them back on in the car.
No,
or you drive barefoot.
I drive like that till I get home.
Tú eres un jíbaro.
Bro, I don't.
No, tú eres un jíbaro.
I will buy the shoe umbrella though.
If you don't know what a jíbaro is like a country person in Puerto Rico. Tú eres un jíbaro.
Yeah, so I'm a country. Cause I'm a country boy.
And you drive a Jeep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it fits
you see?
It fits the mold.
I have like camo and everything.
So yeah, the umbrellas go on the front of the shoes.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I will buy that.
The next invention that's pretty useless is the avocado saver.
What's that?
So what it is like a little container, right? You put the avocado on it, and then it has like a belt that wraps the avocado. I didn't invent it. Don't look at me like if I invented this thing. Again, these are useless, authentically
an
useless.
avocado saver.
Yeah, it's so that the avocado, I guess, doesn't go bad.
You don't need a bell.
Listen, I didn't make this stuff up.
Just grab like aluminum foil, wrap
Well,
it up, and put it in the fridge.
well, my thing is for one, avocados usually you're gonna eat them in the first sitting,
I mean, yeah, it's
and
not
if you
like
don't, then I just put them in a Ziploc, and then they fit everywhere. Like you can put them on the side door of the fridge.
no, they don't. It depends of the size of the avocado.
Well, I chop it up though.
You see, you work too much.
No, bro.
You have to leave the la pepa dentro.
No,
Yeah,
no, no.
yeah.
Unless you're gonna grow it, but in this
No,
area, it doesn't really grow.
nah.
Next invention.
Useful,
You ready? No, useless.
useless.
Fish training kit.
Do
So what it is like you have your fish in a bowl.
right.
So like it has almost like a soccer field type thing on it with a little soccer ball and a goal. And so supposedly instead of just having your fish swim around in circles, what it does is it helps you train it so it could like hit the ball and score goals and stuff like that.
Dude, I would definitely buy that. I just don't own a fish, but I will buy it.
What is the use of it?
Dude, you know what's happening next week?
What's happening next week?
Qatar,
What's Qatar?
el Mundial del Fútbol, bro.
What does that have to do with training a fish?
Bro, what if you train your fish and like next thing you know, viene el Mundial de Fútbol 2024
Uh-huh.
and you bring your fish,
Have you ever had a goldfish before?
not a goldfish,
You know that they don't really last that long.
because you don't
So
train them.
what if you train them and then all of a sudden next time when the World Cup is over,
No,
están tipo
bro.
belly up.
They die because they don't train them. They just leave them there.
If anybody's watching, do you really see a need? Please put here if you really see a need to train a fish.
I would if I had a fish, I would train
How
it.
bored do you got to be?
I mean,
You know, you got to.
you don't train your dog?
Yes,
It's the same thing.
because a dog is a lot more useful.
For what?
They're companions. They're smart.
A fish too. They don't bark. They don't poop in the floor or pee in the floor.
Look, Andre said border lonely people.
You see, he's
Johnny said no.
she's not bored.
There's no reason to train a fish.
I bet Andrew has a fish.
Jonathan says yes.
You see?
I think he's just trying to help you out.
No. Jonathan is a fish guy, though.
Oh, he does. He said he loves fish.
You see?
And Andre said he doesn't have one.
Well, I will get you one, Andrew. I got you, bro. and yours is gonna be already trained. Don't worry about it.
You're
Next.
gonna buy the training kit that
Yeah.
nobody else has bought.
I'm gonna get it
All
though.
right, all right.
I'm gonna get it.
All right. The next one is a USB pet rock.
Okay, now you have to explain why that is.
So
'cause
I don't know if you ever heard of a pet rock. But
no,
it's literally like
pets for me are like like the fish,
yeah. So it's literally a rock.
and you
that
train it as a pet.
Yeah, people have put a leash on it and they walk with it or whatever. It's for people it's for authentic people. So anyway, it has a USB port. It's for you to use as like a USB.
So it's not a pet,
No, it's just a rock.
and it's not a rock.
It is partially
Is
a rock.
a USB
Dressed like a
with
rock.
the form of a rock.
Yes. Yeah.
So then what? That's what is useless. Because why you put pet in there? Just call it USB rock.
It's an old joke.
It's very old.
Yeah, very old joke.
Okay,
Yeah.
next then, because I don't like that.
All right. Motorized ice cream cone.
Dude,
So I don't know if you saw it, but so what it is like it's regular. It's like a plastic ice cream cone, and what it does is instead of you having to go around, when the ice cream is melting, you got to go around the cone so it
Yeah.
doesn't drip. So essentially, what it does is there's a button and it spins around.
that's
For you-
legit. They have the same thing for lollipops.
Yeah, you buy how many times you buy that?
And I mean, if you're
Uh,
smart, you get a rechargeable one though.
Listen, this thing was actually on like the Today Show. It was on Good Morning America or something like
But
that.
I feel like that's why it's useless, and they downgraded it to the
To
lollipop.
the lollipop,
Yeah,
you got to be super
because
lazy.
I mean, they probably didn't like how do you call that? Like, I'm not an engineer, but they probably didn't level it correctly. Do the correct adjustments. So you hit the button and the ice cream is all over the place.
You make more of a mess than if you didn't
Yeah,
have it.
so I guess it didn't work, and then he said, well, we can do it with the lollipop. Lollipop, the most that you can have is like speed, but like like
Yeah.
saliva, vaina.
You got to be real lazy.
But I've tried it before. The one, the lollipop, you have to be careful because then some of the lollipops they can cut you.
Oh wow, it's
Yeah,
intense. Like the
yeah,
blow pops.
yeah,
They're really sharp.
yeah.
All right, next one.
Next one, let's do
Yeah,
it.
a car desk. So exactly what it sounds like. So it goes under your steering wheel, and you can type on your laptop.
Okay.
Bro. You see, that's lazy though.
Well, it only works if you got a Tesla, I think.
I don't think. No, I wouldn't even try with the Teslas now though.
Jonathan says he wants it.
He wants to.
Listen, we already have too many crashes with texting and driving. There's no reason.
Yeah, I feel like
He says when you're on break.
I feel like I'm safer in my Jeep than in a Tesla.
Really?
And when I say this, is like me not using the steering wheel. Like I can turn around and talk to you while the car is driving. I'd be safer in my Jeep than in a Tesla.
Well, yeah, because it's like a monster truck. If you hit somebody, you're probably gonna roll right over them, and then your Jeep is probably gonna turn on its side.
I mean, yeah,
I've seen that happen.
yeah, but
how is that safe then?
It is safe.
And then you're talking about driving with no roof on your Jeep.
It is. Well, I mean, if it will be safer, you don't have a seatbelt. As soon as you see like that thing like about to flip, you jump.
And then if you're late, then you get smashed.
If you're lazy and you're working on your desk while you driving, then yeah, you can die. So it's a no. We didn't approve it.
People are calling you crazy here.
And that's okay. I'm crazy. I'm the one approving it. I feel like Shark Tank.
We should do it one day.
Yo, for real.
Yeah.
To everybody that is like laughing at me, come with your inventions. And then, sell it to me.
You're gonna be like
I will invest in your business.
You're gonna be the Mark Cuban?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll be the Mark Dominican.
Mark Dominican. Jonathan says when you're on break, they're good. That makes sense when you're on break, but in the passenger side. I don't want the steering wheel in the way. The next thing is a DVD rewinder.
Dude, that's innovation. Like for real.
It's literally a device that just rewinds DVDs.
I mean, we invented like the VCR like rewinder.
Why
you know how hard it was like before? You have to put your finger and be like, or like use
yes, but this is for a DVD, not for a VHS.
So it should be faster though.
Why do you need a DVD rewinder when you can go on your system and hit the back button?
What if your system doesn't have the menu or the back button?
Then you just start it from the beginning and then you hit the chapter thing.
Exactly. What if you want to like keep it in the beginning? You want to rewind a little bit more.
There's no need.
I feel like it's okay though.
There's no need for that.
Just leave like grandma and grandpa be happy though.
I'm sure that's why I've never seen it in stores.
The DVD?
The DVD rewinder.
Because everybody bought it though.
Because nobody bought it. And they sent it overseas somewhere where somebody wanted to buy it or something. All right. Tea Nespresso capsules.
What?
So instead of a tea bag that you put in hot water,
yeah,
it's a capsule, like a pill. And it was actually made by Nespresso.
I mean, I feel like that goes like straight up though. That's faster.
But again, it's useless.
Why?
Because tea bags are traditional.
But what if you want to get like that that tea feeling, like the caffeine from the tea?
But it's the same as you probably get more out of the actual bag because the bag has all the leaves and all the.
Nah. Have you made tea before?
I have.
All that stuff still in there?
You squeeze it.
You don't sit in there and put that thing on hot water and then like squeeze it?
Bro, I take a spoon and I push it against the cup.
Yeah, but what if I don't like hot water?
So you make cold tea, iced tea.
It will never come out if you just put cold water on it.
Yeah, it's cold brew. It's just like coffee.
No, dude, you don't.
Well, what world do you live in? We're in the 21st century.
I want to see you one day making a cold brew.
It's cold brew, bro.
So how do you make cold brew?
I don't know. I've never done it. And they boil tea and then they make it cold. But I don't know how you cold brew. I've never seen it cold brew, but I'm sure there is.
But
If you can cold brew coffee, you can cold brew tea.
exactly, but you have to use hot water to take.
On a cold brew, they use hot water. I don't think so.
And what do they use?
I think
Cold.
they use I think they use
So
cold
you
water.
put cold water and you put like grains of coffee.
Does anybody know how to do a cold brew? Jonathan says you put the coffee in the fridge. That is an easy way to do it.
Okay.
Does anybody know the process of cold brew? If you do, please share.
Please.
All right, let's move on.
Let's move on.
The last one. So it's called the privacy hat and scarf. So what it is like it's a scarf, and so it covers your face,
Right.
and you can wrap it around like a tablet or like your phone. So it's almost like a glove for your face, and nobody else can see anything. Like it's just like a huge like stretched out glove from your head.
So you're gonna look like a horse walking around. It's like if I grab this thing, it's like
Yeah, they actually have a hoodie version.
it,
So
it
it is
doesn't
all
even
the way
work.
stretched out. Yeah,
You're like
yeah.
it doesn't work.
So think about like a stretchy, like a shirt, and just stretching it all the way. It almost, yeah. Jonathan says it's a mask. It almost looks like a mask.
So what's the whole point of it?
That's the whole point of the segment.
There's no point.
No, there's no point.
So what are we doing here, though?
Pues relajando en serio.
Yeah, but we supposed
With the.
I need some water. We're supposed to be authentic,
Yes, we're talking about authenticity.
but none of that is authentic.
Cue the graphic.
What graphic,
The Bitmoji, bro.
dude? Why you?
Listen. So when I read all these things, this graphic is going to show you what went through my head.
But you. Oh my god.
Yes,
What's that, man?
that's me and you flipping tables.
Dude, that actually looked like us. What?
And we're actually drinking coffee at the moment. So
Man,
that's me and you
dude,
flipping tables.
that looks like your computer, though, for sure.
So when I read these inventions, that's what went through my head. I just wanted to flip tables because
Dude.
whoever funded these inventions has mental problems.
That's pretty cool. Though.
Yeah. Like they thought it was cool, and sometimes authenticity is very unique, right?
I mean, it should be, right?
Essentially, that's the root of it, right? Is genuine.
Right.
So people that are watching probably don't want to admit whatever, but have you ever had like crazy things just go through your mind?
All the time, though.
Like you see somebody or you see something or whatever, and you like imagine something happening, or like you see a building and you're like, yo, imagine that building would fall, or imagine the building would like raise up from the from the ground to the sky.
Dude, not everybody's on drugs, though. You're describing somebody like,
Or like you ever see like somebody driving and you like you could picture that person crashing.
I mean, yeah, that happens a lot, but I
Yeah.
never picture like somebody else crashing.
No,
No, I always picture like that I'm driving and I get into an accident and crazy stuff happen or whatever.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So Andre says on a daily, he says he sees possibilities. So that's
Andre. Oh, you see, that's what you get, black. But no, Andre. We're gonna put our number, down below in the comments. We offering counseling right now. I love you, man. If you need help, we're here for you. You can talk to us. We're here for you, man.
I mean, I can't. I'm gonna need the same counseling
It's just it's not normal, man.
because listen, back in the day when I was young, I used to ask my dad like these scenario
that was
questions
way back, right?
when I was younger. Don't disrespect me, bro.
No,
Okay?
I'm trying not
Don't
to.
disrespect me.
No,
All right,
I'm not.
I'm a '90s baby.
Ooh, let me see. Like, are you here? No, we're not here. No, we're not here.
Get out here.
So we're going
No.
we're going straight up here.
Straight view, straight shot.
Yes, sir.
Para que vean Las Palmas.
La Palma.
So I used to ask my dad these questions, and my dad always used to tell me whenever I would ask him like something bizarre, he would be like, "Man, you need prayer."
I mean,
He's like, "You need to pray more."
he wasn't. No, he was right.
But it was always these like just out of the box questions that
Okay.
I would ask, or these things that I would picture, like Andre put it, these possibilities. Um, and essentially, I think for you to be authentic, for you to be genuine, this is who you are, right? So, and a lot of it has to do with the way you think and the way you process things.
Okay.
And so, if I'm processing something a certain way, a lot of times, and it's like you remember being in a classroom, and let's say you were in a math class,
Mhm.
and your teacher's there, and your teacher is, putting an equation on the board or whatever. And so, if you don't read the equation right, you may get the wrong answer, right?
Yeah.
But usually they'll always ask the question, who knows the answer? Who wants to raise their hand?
Right.
And I don't know if you were one of those people, but I know I was, right? I don't like looking dumb. It's just who I am. Like I always try to speak after the fact. I try not to blurt things out, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I try to think about what I'm gonna say. But usually when they ask, oh, who raises their hand, a lot of people don't raise their hand,
Mm.
right? And I think a lot of times as kids, we grow up not wanting to be embarrassed. And I think that lack of wanting to be embarrassed suppresses our authenticity
Hmm.
and being authentic. In the sense of if I say something, um, and somebody says I have the wrong answer, then now I look bad in front of everybody. It's kind of my thought process. So I would literally take the time to get the answer, and then once I was 100% secure
Okay.
and proven it, then I would raise my hand and I would give my answer. But I would never be like the
So
initial.
you said that you never took like the first like shot, like
No,
you
unless
waited until like you were 100% sure.
yes, unless it was like a competition.
Right.
If it was a competition, then no, I'm gonna be on my game or whatever. And even if I'm wrong, because is that nature in me to for competitiveness.
Okay.
But if it's just a general question, then I would always just be like, let me just stay quiet.
Okay, I
And
see.
that over the years, um, played a role also like in jobs and stuff like that. So like we would get in roundtable discussions, and my job deals a lot with like gathering and meetings and thinking about things and how can you make things better, how can projects be better and stuff like that, because I work in essentially the development and construction field.
Oh,
And
so
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 sometimes
you one of those that like they use like the card desk?
no,
Oh, okay.
I said it was useless.
Oh.
I was on the useless side.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, unless
You
it's
or
on
the
the
card
passenger
desk?
side, bro. Why you gonna disrespect me like that, man?
No, I'm
No, man, I thought we was brothers.
I mean,
I
we
thought we was
are.
brothers. No, but essentially I would not want to say things because I always felt maybe there was somebody in the room that was smarter than me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Or I didn't want to sound dumb, or maybe just the way that I expressed myself, it wouldn't come out correctly. And for a long time, I limited my authenticity
Hmm.
because of not wanting to either be wrong or not feel like if I contributed to the party per se. So, um, kind of what we want to talk about today is that thing of why it's important to be authentic. And I guess I'll pose the question to you: what does that mean to you?
Hmm.
What does authenticity mean to you?
So we talking about being authentic?
Yes, sir.
I see that.
Yeah,
I see that.
yeah.
So you asked the question to me or in general?
In general, but to you.
Oh, well then that's not in general.
Um, Everybody pay attention to Indeed.com. I'm gonna be sending out a post for a new co-host.
Please.
No, I'm just playing.
No, no, no.
But
They
yes,
they they good. They can go ahead and comment below though. Just put it right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Just right
I'm
there.
just kidding. I have a great co-host. But yes, to you, sir.
You have to be careful how you pronounce that.
Well, sir,
No, no. The co-host.
co-host.
Oh,
Yeah. Sorry, I'll speak a little more clear.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Ah, hay que relajar un poquito, ¿no?
yeah, yeah. Está bien, claro.
Es que tú estás hablando de que, oh, like when I was in school, whatever, like I have to make sure I don't want to like pasar ridículo, and then you put me on the spot right here.
No, you look.
Uh,
I was talking about when I was young. Andre actually just says I legit just left my math class, and I also am that nerd that raises his hand. So he's the guy that raises his hand.
I mean, but that's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. And I feel like even though if you might feel like you wrong or you wrong on that moment, just the fact that you raise your hand and you went for it, that's being authentic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we normally tend to do that, and it's fine also too. Like if you cover yourself just because you don't want to be like embarrassed or anything like that, or whatever it might be, or you're very competitive and you want to make sure that 100% sure or right, that's fine too. But I don't see nothing wrong with be that one that you want to participate, you want to be out there,
Mhm.
you want to be part of something, even though like you might not know, what you even talking about.
Yeah.
But you ball enough that you go for it.
Yeah.
Like
Well, and that's the thing. I've grown to learn certain things, right? So depending on certain scenarios, depends on how I behave, and it's more so because of it's not that I'm being fake per
right.
se, but it's reading the room and reading the environment, right? And kind of adjusting my behavior. And obviously I look at it now, right? Back in the day, yeah, some of these things affected how, I'd perform or whatever, or work or school, whatever the case may be. Unfortunately, thank God I always excelled in what I did. Um, but in the sense of kind of that holding back, right? And
Mm.
I think when you deal with being authentic, um, you've got to be you,
I
right?
mean, yeah.
If it comes to a job, when it comes to a job, the job is not hiring somebody else. They're hiring you for a reason, right? They do an interview with people, right? And I'm gonna get to that. They do an interview, right? They get a pool of people, and if you stand out, they pick you. Now, the importance of authenticity is who you are in the interview. You've got to make sure that you are on the job. And
Eh,
And I'm gonna say this: it's not a bad thing to sell yourself, right? And I don't say sell yourself in your principles, blah blah. Blah. Obviously, in the environment of an interview, it's not bad to sell yourself,
right.
but you've got to be able to back that up. And
I mean, yeah, obviously, because I've seen people that do that. Because I've done that before. Like one of my first job, like I would say, like real job in here in the states. I got it like that. Like I didn't even apply for it or anything like that. My sister applied for it, and at the time that they call her, she already got like her dream job.
Mhm.
And she said like, hey, like I recommend my brother. It's exactly the same thing.
Yeah,
And indeed, we exactly the same thing. It was a call center. I barely knew how to speak English. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like, and now this is like a job that I have to talk on the phone. Uh, I I do talk on the phone with my friends and stuff like that, but not like to other people
yeah,
in a language that I'm not like 100% fluent. But
yeah.
I did had to fake it.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I know how to do this. I know how to do that.
Oh,
Oh
so
yeah,
you did you did tell them you knew how to
absolutely.
see. I take a different approach to that.
But look at it this way. Like you said, you have to back that up.
Yeah,
So, and I feel like sometimes it's kind of hard to like because I'm not like the, oh yeah, I got this and I'm gonna do it. No, I said that because of a need. Like I needed a job. Like I'm like, okay, well, yeah, this job is good. They're gonna pay me good, so I have to, go for it.
yeah,
Now, once I'm in there, it's a different story. I
yeah.
have to kind of like
You got to prove yourself.
right,
Yeah,
but also too, because I doubt myself. I did that just because of the nature of survival, I
yeah.
guess. But then when I found myself like, okay, well, now it's time to go in there and training, and they talking about all these things, and the training was like 2 months or something like that in a classroom. Dude, I felt like my brain is not the same. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, what?
yeah,
And then everything is in English. I was like, what?
yeah.
God is good. When they hired me, right then and there, they opened a brand new branch, and it was Spanish.
Nice.
It was like bilingual.
Yeah, nice.
So guess what? I was the only one like
Yeah, the
fully
only one that talks
fluent.
Spanish. Yeah,
So, like from there, like
so it worked out.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like, and then I was there for 10 years. I got to be, like, a pretty good position,
yeah,
And so, but what I'm saying is like if I wouldn't be that way and take that authenticity,
Right.
bold like step.
Yeah.
uh,
Kind of put yourself out there.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is me. I have a different approach. Like in interviews, me, I try to use and it's me being genuine. This is fully authentic. I can go into an interview and somebody will ask me, "Oh, do you know how to do this?" And I'll say no, but I can learn. And I say that for the sense, and it's actually helped me through my career because that they see that I'm being honest, and
Yeah, I
so
remember you said that when I was interviewing you for this
you
job,
did, yeah, yeah.
but I haven't seen
So Indeed.com,
I haven't seen progress though. You said that you learned, but
wait, so how am I putting an Indeed post out if you hired me?
I don't know. You're probably gonna ask me like, hey, can you post these?
No, but
Oh man.
I've taken that approach. The
Yeah.
hey, I don't know, but I can learn because honestly, genuinely, and authentically, I feel like if I can anything that I put my mind to, and
Hmm.
obviously with the help of God, I can achieve it.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously, whether you succeed in it or whether you excel in it, based on the passion and the drive that you have for that.
Right.
Like in my career, I love my career, so I have a passion and drive for this stuff, and this is what I do. Um, but Andre says something interesting, right? He goes, in one sense, when you lack self awareness, your actions are typically unfiltered, making the action genuine. This seems to be mostly only apparent in children, and that's actually something. Oh, wow, your cup is giving like feedback. Interesting. Oh, you did a little. Gotcha. So, actually, Andre, that brings a good point. Um, and like you said, authenticity has different ways of looking at it. That's like I have coworkers that are
Right.
still like that, right? They'll speak their mind, or they'll say something, they'll blurt it out what they're thinking. And honestly, I admire people for that. One, because my wife is like that. Jottie's like that. Whatever she's thinking, she'll say. Boom.
Hmm.
So whatever she feels, that's what you're gonna get out of her. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whatever she's processing, you're not gonna get a fake answer, this and that. Me, on the other hand, authentically, who I am, like I said, I process things first,
Mm.
and I kind of process those things and give my take based on the full context of it.
Right.
Right. So I'm a little more of that type of analytical person, to the sense that sometimes I'm too I overanalyze things too much. Um,
I mean, and that's fine, and so that way everybody understand. Like, we not saying that being that way versus like like for example like Yadi and
mhm,
me, that we're like just like whatever it is.
yeah.
It, both of them are still authentic.
Right. Right.
It's not like you're trying to be somebody else or anything like that,
No.
or you better than us or
Right.
anything. No, no, no. It's just you authentic on your way,
Right.
and we authentic in
Right.
our way.
Yeah. The
But it's like it's I don't know. Like I had to learn like your way a lot,
yeah. Well, it
and
it depends on the environment too. I think the environment plays a role. Like there's moments where it calls for it. Like let's say a lawyer, right? If you're a lawyer, you want to get the whole story before you speak out, right? And give your analysis based on the environment and
I
things
mean
like
it
that.
should be like that,
Yeah,
and
you know what I'm saying? But
every
if
circumstances. But
well, genuinely sometimes not really, right? Because a kid, let's say a kid, you ask them a question. Sometimes their initial answer is going to be the truth, but then they kind of take it back. Let's say if they think they're in trouble, they take it back and then they'll give you a lie,
I mean, yeah,
right? But essentially, that there's truth in that initial response, and I mean truth as far as how that person processed that, or how that person is reacting
yeah. But I
to
feel
that
like
scenario.
even on that scenario, like me, like voicing out how I feel, that's still true
Yeah,
because I'm just letting you know how I feel.
yeah,
Maybe it's
that's what I'm
not
saying.
that.
But and you're one of the people that you say kind of like Johnny. You kind of say it right
Yeah,
away,
so
like
it's
you
like
react based on what's being done.
yes, I had to work on the environment, and I would say like generalize like once you change your life, now you have to be aware of your environment, like you said,
Yeah,
and you cannot react the same way.
right.
Like it's not like I was like where I am like an angry person or anything like that. It's just like no, if I feel this way,
Mhm.
I'm gonna let you know.
Right.
Like hey, like you make me feel this way, or no, that's wrong.
Yeah.
or whatever it might be. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like
Right.
I'm not gonna be like and accept whatever it is and be just like.
Well, and sometimes, like for me, that's a flaw. Sometimes,
I mean, yeah, but it's
and
not
I say
bad either.
and I say it in the sense of sometimes let's just flat out. We're gonna be authentic here, right? Sometimes Jody calls me passive aggressive because I tend to bottle things up, just in my personal life sometimes. And then let's say I'll snap or I'll get angry because usually most of the time people who know me know I barely get angry.
Yeah,
I barely get upset. I'm mostly cool and collected until I get to that
until he doesn't take
breaking.
his meds, and then he snaps.
And then I gotta take a vacation like where those palm trees are. Um, no, but um,
Yo, I look tired, bro.
yeah, I do too. Um,
It's the lighting, though.
yeah, we can filter that later, right?
Yeah, we put like.
But that authenticity of who you are, because honestly, there's a reason why you're that way, and there's a reason why I'm that way,
Hmm.
right? There's a reason why Jody's that way. There's a reason why Angelique's the way is different than you. That it's a
Right.
contrast, and I think especially like in marriage, that helps the situation because you have a balance,
Hmm.
and it helps when both people are authentic in the sense of who you marry. Obviously, who you marry on the wedding day, people develop, people mature, people change.
Absolutely, yeah.
Um, but authenticity throughout the way, and it's almost like an evolution, right? Of a person's character
Hmm.
as they grow and as they change. Because honestly, I want the authentic person in that moment,
Right.
understanding that people can change, but it's important that if I marry that person, if I marry my wife, I want the personality of my wife. Right? I didn't marry my wife with somebody else's personality. I hope not, because then obviously she's gonna need meds and she's gonna need a psychiatrist and stuff like that. But right, and I say it in the sense of I'm in my position. I hire people
Hmm.
sometimes, and who I interview and who the person I see in that interview, I'm expecting that same character and that same, maybe not the same knowledge because I still don't really know that person, but what I saw in the interview, I'm still expecting in that job performance. So I'm expecting an authenticity as far as what I've been able to see and capture, and there to be followed through. Because what happens is, and what I think people fail at, and whether it be church, whether it be home, marriage, and stuff like that, I think a lot of times why these things fail,
Hmm.
whether somebody fails at their job, whether they fail at marriage, whether they fail at church, whether they fail in their spiritual life, their metaphysical life. I don't know. I just felt like we're using that word today. It's pretty funny. Um, whatever they fail in, usually is because of a lack of authenticity, and that's just
Okay, so on
they're
that
not they're
one,
not being their true selves or who they were created to be.
so then I would change that word,
Change what word?
authenticity,
Why would you change it?
to identity. So, because
Well,
you cannot be truthful or you cannot be authentic if you don't know who you are.
yeah, it plays a huge role.
So, it because
I don't think you should change the word. I think it leads to that word.
you see, I feel like the root of everything. Because for me to be authentic, and I'm saying this by personal experience, my testimony, like when I was growing up, like it got to a point that I didn't know who I was, what I wanted to like, and I had like mixed emotions, I had mixed identity, like half of my family Christian, and Spanish, and the other half Orthodox Greek.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like like
You get caught in like a crisis.
yeah. So it got to a point. I forgot with who I was selling this. Um, that I always knew that I had a calling,
Probably you think you're talking to me.
probably,
Yeah,
but I forget
yeah.
things.
Sorry.
So I always knew that I had
That's what I'm here for.
you brought my man. 'Cause so, for example, I always knew that I had a calling, right? Now, but because the way that I was being raised at that moment with both of my parents, I didn't know which way to choose, right? Like
Mhm.
I'll go with my mom or I'll go with my dad. Uh, and normally, and this is why it's very important as a man to understand your position, have an identity, understand who you are in your home, as a man. Because for me, like in every other kid, you always gonna go and always gonna say like my dad is right. Always. It don't matter what kind of man it is. We always gonna go and we always want to be like like our father figure,
Mhm.
you know? So, but my heart, it was like, man, like I'm soft. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I understand love. I do, I want to do the right things and stuff like that, but my daddy's right. So yeah, I feel my mom like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, God and this is and that. But
Mhm.
then my dad is like, no, no, no. This is how God is. This is reality. And it got to a point that me knowing that I had a calling, I knew that in my heart. And I was living with my grandma. It got to a point that I'm like, man, I found my calling. I'm gonna become a priest. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and it's just because I didn't have like on that moment an encounter with God,
I just pictured you with like the cloak.
like all black, and then
Yeah,
it's
and
just
then the
like the
big
little
the
like,
big cup for
yeah,
the Santa Cena.
yeah.
Just with
I
long hair,
mean,
with long hair in Greece,
hey,
with the music in the background playing the organ.
dude, I'm telling you. So,
Sorry, guys.
but that had to do with identity. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like
Well,
I wasn't being authentic
yeah, and
because I was trying to be somebody else.
right, right, and that's what I mean. I don't think it's about changing the words. I think they go hand in hand.
Yeah, but you said like, that has to do with authenticity.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you don't have identity, how can you be authentic?
Well, because yeah, in order to be authentic, you've got to know who you are.
Exactly.
Absolutely, but you're saying changing the word. I don't think we got to change the word. I
Well,
think they go. I think they go together.
yeah, they do.
Right?
But what
It's
I'm
like
saying, like on that sentence that you use, it didn't sound good, authentic. That's just me
I
being
don't know.
authentic.
It's like you buy a product, right? You buy a name brand product,
Right.
and
Let's say like a Rolex.
yeah, you buy a Rolex
Okay.
usually because of the value of that, right? And there's value to that because of what the label and what the brand identifies with, right?
Okay.
When you think Rolex, what do you think? You think money, right? You
Right.
think expensive. You think high value. So usually when you buy a high value product like that, it comes with an authentication card, and that authentication card,
But I can replicate that.
sure, you
So
bootleg
you
it
see, this is
if you bootleg it, but then are you being authentic? You
we
see
we
what
get
you
we
see where
getting somewhere.
authenticity
We
comes
getting
in through?
Yeah, we getting
So
somewhere. But then at the end. So look at this. So we have two Rolex, right?
mhm,
Only one person knows which one is authentic and which one is a
sure,
bullet, and is the creator of that
yeah,
watch, right?
yeah,
Anybody else in the whole world, they don't know.
no,
So I can bring you both of them, and you can touch them. You can, throw them. You can. They both give their time. They both look the same.
mhm,
They both do exactly the same that they were intended to do.
right,
Now, at the end of the day, one is fake and the other one is real,
right.
but they both do what they need to do.
Usually one, usually one's not going to be as quality as the other,
But how do you know?
because what'll happen is, and this is coming from a person
And
that
I know. I just
I've
want to
I've
get there.
never,
I just want to get there.
for the record, I've never bought bootleg products.
Come on, bro.
And when I say products, I'm not talking about DVDs. That was my
Oh,
old
so
self.
you
That
you
was my old self.
you were the
Okay.
you were the Sanky Panky like con el bultico ahí like, oh yeah,
No, I used to
like I have like Nemo 4.
Nemo for Finding Dory.
Finding Dory. Like
No, and when I say that is, yeah, sure, DVDs, whatever. That's my whole life. Cuando yo era pirata. Uh, what I mean is like Jordans. I'm a Jordan fan. I'm a Nike fan.
yeah, let's talk about that. Like
I
you told me some
refuse. I refuse to buy fake Jordans. Right? And why? Because at one point in life, somebody gifted me.
a Jordan.
No, they gifted me.
Uno Jordan.
Yeah, it was actually some Jordans. And so I was wearing these Jordans with pride. because I thought they were real. I thought they were authentic. I remember one day talking to somebody and they're like, "Dude, what sneakers are those?" I said, "Oh, those are Jordan ones." And they go, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, yeah." They were like, and this is a person that knew sneakers. They go,
Dude.
"Dude, I've never seen those colors on a Jordan 1." And honestly, that was the last time I ever wore them sneakers because I realized that what was on my feet wasn't authentic. It wasn't real. It wasn't genuine. And the same person that gave me those sneakers sold a whole bunch of Air Force Ones. And so he knew they were bootleg, right? And he was selling them to people. And like 6 months down the road, people were calling him saying, "Yo, bro, my Air Force Ones are peeling. Like the black on them is starting to come off."
Bruh.
And it's like, What's wrong with these?" And so they were fake.
Right.
So when there's an authenticity to that, right? If we're talking in Christ, right? We
Yeah,
have a
we
stamp.
getting somewhere in
Yes,
here,
yes,
people. We getting somewhere in
yes.
here, people.
Right. And like you said, you knew you had a calling, right? And so there's a stamp, and it's a seal of approval, essentially God's anointing
Mhm.
over your life. Right? When God anoints and appoints you, is because there's a seal of approval over you
Right.
that is only authentic to Him, right?
Mhm.
Which obviously through the Holy Spirit of God, right? He comes in us, comes out, and guides us, and we have that authority and that appointment. So, and there's a value to that, right? Because we can walk around as fake Christians, right? If we want to take it to that aspect, but we're not going to have the same authority.
Mhm.
And so, through the byproduct and by the fruit of that person that person produces, you're going to know whether it's true or genuine, right?
Mm.
It's like if we take two people that, let's say, we dress them up, we go old school, right? They got a Bible in their hands, they have a suit and tie and this and that. It could be that one has the Holy Spirit and the other one doesn't.
Mhm.
And it could be that one is anointed and the other one is a fake
Right.
and they're carbon copy. And I've always tried not to be that carbon copy
Mhm.
because there's like a scripture in the Bible when Paul's preaching and stuff like that, and they were getting excited, right? They were the people, Paul was casting out demons and they were doing the work of God, and God was moving through them, and these two guys thought that they can go rebuke demons,
Mhm.
right? Because they were doing it in the name of the name of Jesus and blah blah blah, but they weren't really called by God.
Right.
And so what happened? They got beat up. They
Yeah.
got stripped down.
Oh yeah.
Le dieron la pela and they left them naked. Why? Because the demon literally told them, "I know Paul. I know Peter.
Right.
I know the Jesus you speak of, but I don't know
I don't
you."
know you. Yeah.
And so, right, it's like when we get to the pearly gates. I want to have that stamp of approval when I go before Jesus because I want to make sure that I was being authentic.
Right.
I want to make sure that I was being who He called me to be
Uh-huh.
because He didn't call me to be you.
Right.
It's like you're a youth pastor now, right? You're the main pastor didn't hire you thinking he hired somebody else.
Right.
He hired you,
Exactly. Yeah.
you know? And so that's kind of when it comes to authenticity, obviously, absolutely, there's an identity factor to it, but the authenticity kind of solidifies that identity.
Right. 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 Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So then to almost get closer to the end in here. So it's funny how we started and then how we got to this point, and I love the fact that God brought us here right at the end.
Mhm.
That I think you mentioned the example with the shoes. Uh, that nobody knew that they were fake,
Right.
and you were so excited about like rocking your
Yeah, my
shoes.
first pair of Jordans.
You know what I'm saying? Only the creator or the one that he was actually selling those shoes knew
Right.
that those shoes were fake.
Right.
Everybody else, he was like so happy, so proud, so excited,
Mhm.
and they were rocking their shoes. After a while, those shoes start peeling.
Yeah.
Those shoes start falling apart. And I feel like that's what happened uh in the church. We trying to become somebody that we not meant to be.
Mhm.
Maybe not on that moment, maybe not on that place, but we try so hard. And at the end of the day, you might not see it because, you all full of pride and, ego and stuff like that.
Mhm.
but people that actually know the creator
Yeah.
will know which is real, which is the fake
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
and
And
we'll see the pieces falling apart.
right. And discernment plays a huge role,
Yeah.
you know? It's like even when I hire people, I pray on it because I'm not trying to hire the wrong person in the sense of who I'm bringing into the team.
Right.
Because when you hire somebody, yeah, you're hiring their skills and stuff like that, but you're also hiring, you know what I mean, whatever they come with.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So from that aspect, and it's like, which is why that discernment is so important.
Hmm.
You know,
Oh,
be it
absolutely. Yeah.
every aspect of life.
Absolutely. And I feel like the only way that you can actually like develop that discernment is when you have your identity in Christ and you're authentic. Because now you know.
Hmm.
And you can, like you, for example, you hire people, you can tell
Yeah,
when somebody's just
yeah,
like,
yeah,
fooling you, like, oh yeah, like I don't know how to
yeah.
do this.
Right, right.
And then like, what I'm saying, like they don't
Yeah,
even have a calendar, like, in their
right.
hands. They never work
Yeah,
in their life. So that's pretty cool though. I like that.
yeah,
I like that. I like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, Andre puts in the Christian context, identity is revealed as we become grafted, adopted as God's children, as our natural sinful identity is put to death. And he goes, I think I understand where you're coming from. And definitely, right?
I like it. I like it. Pretty
When
good.
when we're unsaved, yeah, we're essentially living a lie,
I mean,
right?
yeah.
Because it's not who we were called to be, not who we were
Yeah.
made to be.
And I feel like even in the Christian community, we see that a lot of that happening. Um, and I think we were talking about that, earlier, that it happened, I would say like 80% of the time.
Mhm.
Uh we trying to become somebody or something that we're not,
Yeah, absolutely.
and we keep fighting
Mhm.
towards that.
Yeah,
And it's just like we now realize that we just like damaging not only like the body of Christ, we putting ourselves in a situation that like at the end of the day, like we digging the hole like deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper,
yeah,
and we will never get out of there.
yeah.
Like, I mean, only God can get you out, but
Mhm.
it's so much that you put in. And I feel like the more you lie to yourself, the more like married you get to lies,
Yeah,
like you start believing those lies.
right.
So it's like even if I come to you and say like, dude, those Jordans are appealing.
Yeah.
Those Jordans are fake. You'd be like, nah, bro.
No, they're real, man.
You
What
don't
you
know what you're
mean?
talking about. This
Yeah,
is like limited edition, bro. Like
right.
they did this, like like whatever.
Custom.
Yeah. So, and I can bring you the proof and all that stuff. And even though like I'm showing you everything, you say like, yeah, no, I can't. I'm still walking on them.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they're good.
yeah,
And stuff like that. So it's
yeah,
like I feel like it's the same thing that is happening to the body of Christ, and I feel like it's time for everybody to wake up,
yeah,
in that aspect, because it's
yeah.
like it's so sad though, like because I remember like I used to be like that as a teenager though. Like I feel like that's what we went through different stages in life.
Mhm.
Like, oh, when we were like, I don't know, like from below 10 years old, we like certain things.
Yeah,
And then from 10 to 15, we like certain things.
yeah,
And then from 15 to 20, other things. And then from 20, yada yada, other things. And now is it, like different, completely different
right,
than what we like,
right. Well,
we
you
remember.
you develop and you mature,
Right?
and so, um, it's funny because I look back and I've always been involved in ministry, around ministry, throughout my teenage years, early 20s. I preached a lot, went out and did evangelist work and stuff like that. Um, and it's like I got at one point in life, when kind of things started to slow down or whatever, and then I got married, and ministry kind of took a back seat or whatever as far as the preaching ministry, right?
Hmm.
Obviously, is your family. Um, and I used to look at other people that I was coming up with, and I still see them doing their thing and they're preaching and what you see footage and whatever and stuff like that. And the mistake I made at certain times was I started to compare, and I was
Mm.
like, man, look at, I'm here, you know, not really doing what I feel called to do or feel, what these other people that were on the same track were doing. And um happens is when you start to do that comparison, you start to lose
Mhm.
because now you're trying to be like somebody else. Or you're trying path that God has for somebody else rather than for you. And So I would look, right, and God almost he had to humble me in the sense of
Oh yeah.
not not that I was being prideful in the sense that I that I whatever. Well, there was a pride factor to it, but it was a sense of why am I not you know taking the same path as them? Why am I not launching like them? And God had to humble me and show me, well, I took you on a different path, and so you got this going for you, and you got that going for you,
Mhm.
and stuff like that. And so it was almost like God telling me, count your blessings,
Yeah.
right? Because although yeah, I may have taken so and so through a certain path, but I took you through another one
Mhm.
where you're flourishing through too. And so it was not how I wanted to see myself flourish, but it was how God had it planned for me to flourish.
Right.
And so I had to learn that like this is my path. This is not so and so's path.
Mhm.
This is my path. And so when I became to accept that, I started to look at things in a more fulfilling manner,
Right.
in a more fulfilling way. And so I became even more grateful and say, you know what, God, thank you. Forgive me for comparing
Mhm.
because upon that comparison, I was starting to lose my identity and lose my authenticity.
Right.
And so you got to kind of bring me back to square one and say, you know, that path is not for you. You've got a different path.
Man, that
And,
that's so cool though,
and,
because
and now I look at it, it's like, no, I don't want to be like them. I want to
right.
be like myself.
Yeah.
That comparison factor is out the window.
Oh yeah. No, now that you saying that story though, it kind of like brings me back the story of Lot. Like it was
Yeah.
kind of like the same thing. Like Abraham, and like like he loved that man.
Yeah.
It's like his nephew. Is like,
Yeah.
dude, like my own kid. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Right.
and he got to a point that he had to make a decision
Yeah.
and let him go.
Right. Right.
Like, imagine what would happen if he wouldn't let him go
Right.
and keep walking with him and
Mhm.
moving with him. At the end of the day, they were gonna go back again to where
Mhm.
they,
Yeah.
where they left.
Yeah.
You know,
He would have never accomplished his purpose.
right? So look at it like I see it like you saying that, and I see the same story. It's just like, it didn't happen until like he told him, "Hey, pick anywhere,
Yeah.
and I will go the opposite way."
Right.
But we cannot be together.
Right.
Like I cannot keep, walking right
Right.
like right next to you or whatever. And it was the same thing. Like, like God is telling you, like, hey, stop looking at them. Stop like, trying to follow them and
Yeah.
do the same things as them.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
bigger and better things for you.
Right.
So it was the same thing. Like once, Lot left,
Yeah.
God told him, like, hey, look to the left,
Right.
north, until your eyes see,
Right.
I'm giving you all that
Right.
for you.
Yeah.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So it's the
Right.
same thing.
Right.
It's like, man, sometimes we get so caught up on that, and I get it because it's where we came from.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah.
comfortable. You grew up with these people,
Yeah.
seeing these people, doing whatever you got. You
Right.
both,
Right.
you guys were doing it together.
Yeah.
But it got to a point that obviously you made your own decisions. They keep going,
Yeah.
but you didn't let go
Right.
until God told you, like,
Right.
dude,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you better let go now because
Yeah. And it took years. It took years.
you know.
And but you learn through those situations,
Oh yeah.
right? And I was looking something up here earlier when I was getting my notes together, whatever, and stuff like that for the show. When you talk about authenticity, people it gets broken down, right? So it gets broken down into trust, integrity, vulnerability, staying true, being real, being genuine, and transparency. And then with that, right? Like even in our show, right? I had put a post the other day about with the flipping table and stuff like that. Because as we were sitting through the hurricane, you're sending me stuff and I'm getting stuff for the show, whatever, and I'm thinking and I'm like, man, authenticity, yeah, though being yourself once you're liberated is
Hmm.
is is just being who you are. But sometimes it's tough
Oh yeah.
because you don't that same comparison thing, you don't want to copy, neither do you want to be categorized as a copy of something else.
Right.
And so it's like I had said earlier, God, when he calls you, he calls you. He's not calling anybody else. And so sometimes there's frustration to that because you want to be so genuine
Hmm.
that sometimes you kind of get that roadblock. And so right, there's strategy, there's brand, there's design, and then there's also value and there's equity to
Mm.
being authentic.
Oh, I
And
mean, yeah.
yeah,
Hey, you see, this is one of the thing is like that I had to like work on that in my life as a creator,
yeah,
as videographer, photographer, uh even as a father, as a husband, as a pastor, we normally tend to, I think it's normal, you know what I'm saying, like to follow other people's steps.
Mhm.
They have succeeded in certain things, and why not? And we trying to like mimic that. I mean,
Right.
if it works for them, hey, it works for me, right?
Right.
Um, and I feel like it's good in to a certain point. But one of the things that kind of like it got to my head is like, dude, like I was created by the creator,
Mhm.
and I wasn't created to be like how do you call somebody the mimic, the copy stuff?
Yeah, like carbon copy. Yeah.
Right. I was created to be a creator. Like God is the creator of creators. So
Mhm.
why do I have to copy somebody else's style or something like that? Yeah, I can learn, like the basic stuff, the
Mhm.
fundamentals, but then let my imagination go.
Right.
Like and that brought me back again to when I was a little kid. And every human being goes through that.
Yeah.
When you kid, you 100% the creation that like who God created
Mhm.
you to be.
Yeah.
That's where you have all these dreams and you want to be
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
but there's always somebody that kills those dreams.
Right.
Like,
Right.
no, you're gonna be, whatever, doctor. And you be like,
Yeah, they
no,
try to
dude,
make you into who they want you to
right?
be,
Like or
or who they see for
society or
you.
whatever and stuff like that. So that brought me back again to those years, when I was a little kid and like literally like I remember me and my sisters, we would create stuff. We were literally like I'm talking about like that uh late 80s and yeah, late 80s, early 90s. We would do what I'm doing right now.
Mhm.
Like while we're doing like a podcast,
Yeah.
we would do it with like cassettes. Like we would do a radio.
Yeah.
Like we would like that, you know what I'm saying? Like crazy.
Yeah.
I would grab like video cameras, like video recorders, like the old school ones,
Right.
and with my cousins, we would do like magic tricks, like illusions.
Yeah.
Like and you go back and you like how, like, you know what I'm saying? Like even now with the technology you will have,
Right.
like you have to spend time editing and stuff like that. We were creating style like back and forth,
Yeah.
and I mean, you see the clips right now and you kind of like, what we did. But back then it was just like, oh my God, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and he was just something simple, like just stop, hi, come back, and he play again and record and stuff like that or
Yeah.
whatever. So it brought me back again to those things, and I'm like, man, like and guys telling me like that's what I created you to be,
Yeah.
not to mimic or imitate or trying to be somebody else that you saw on like on social media or like
Right. Right.
another creator,
Mhm.
like whatever. It's
Yeah.
like just be who you are,
Right. Right.
preach the way that
Mhm.
I'm putting in your heart, like talk how you talk.
Yeah.
Don't trying to like
Right. Be somebody else, or
yeah,
yeah.
because it's not gonna work.
Right.
Like
Right.
at the end of the day, yeah, God is gonna use you, but it's not gonna work
No.
because you're not gonna be happy. You're
Right.
not gonna be
Right.
successful in that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, let's stop, like, keep fighting
Mhm.
and just let God be God.
Yeah.
And once we like surrender ourselves, and I feel like that's another subject
Yeah.
that is like when you actually like literally like surrender yourself, is that you have to die to even that like
Right.
that little thing, like what I want to do,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's just I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
At the end of the day, it's not about us
Yeah,
or who we think we are. It's who he made us to be.
yeah.
You
That's
know.
that's that's actually pretty cool. Like I was watching a show with Angelique yesterday. Um and it's this family, right? And they all got tattoo um the word why, the question why.
Mhm.
And it's funny because it's like, they're Christian.
Yeah.
Um and they actually like they brought it so beautiful. Like it's just a reminder like why we do things,
Gotcha.
and it's just like
Yeah.
that kind of like brings you back again to the beginning, like who create, like, what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like at the end of the day when you ask yourself why I'm doing this, it don't matter how much
No.
dreams you have or like, all these desires that you have. If you stay quiet and you look really really deep inside of you, you know that you know that you
Yeah.
know that you
Yeah.
know all you want to do is please God.
Right.
It's just we like so like involved on like all this stuff,
Mhm.
and we let the world and society to kind of like mold us
Yeah.
that we kind of like forgot what it was.
Yeah.
So they did that as a reminder, and they
Gotcha.
put it like in specific places that they can always see it.
Okay.
And I was just like, yeah, I'm getting like the
Why?
why, yeah,
Why?
yeah,
No, yeah, it's just important to remember why we were created, who
yeah.
we were created for.
I love it though. I
You know,
love it. I
it's like
love it.
even like what we're doing here. Our podcast. Our podcast was,
Yeah,
yeah, we it's unconventional. We laugh, we joke around, but
yeah.
essentially it's to give God glory.
But at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's authentic.
Yeah.
Like yeah, we could have easily just sit down in here, script everything that we're gonna
Sure.
talk, study for hours, or have somebody else to just write everything
Mhm.
and just put it on a teleprompt
Right.
and we just read everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or not even do it live. Because
Right. Yeah, we could. Yeah,
that's
we could
we could have
pre-record.
just
It could be very
easily
polished and
we
yeah.
could have just easily just record any day during the day because
Mhm.
we can make it look like it's dark
Right.
and just edit, cut what we want, why we don't want,
Yeah.
put some like effects and stuff like that, like fix our voices or why not,
Right.
and make it like everybody else,
Yeah.
But I feel like that's one of the things that like uh como nos distingue a nosotros,
Yeah.
de que we like that, we feel like, and I feel like that's what we click though,
Yeah.
like, cause we not. I mean, I have to use that word. We're not fake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
we are who we are. That's it. Like
Yeah.
you're not gonna get like,
At least we don't believe we are.
yeah, you know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I
Like
mean?
you're not gonna get something different from me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm not gonna get anything different from you
Right.
guys. That I know who you guys are. You're not gonna change. And if you do, like, I know where you live. So,
Right. Right.
I
Knock on
have
my door.
some, friends
Right.
from up north.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Without.
no,
No.
no, no. Just kidding, fam. Just kidding. Just kidding.
But thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this authenticity talk. I think it's important. I think it's valuable, especially in everything we do and everything that we um, endeavored to do. Being authentic is key, and knowing your
Absolutely.
identity, knowing that I'm Joey and knowing he's Geo, right, for us is
They need to know.
super authentic, and
Hey,
super important and essential to what we do, and ultimately to who we are, and
absolutely.
and
Yeah.
and in our point of view, who we serve. So relajando en serio, we thank you guys. We thank the viewers. We thank everybody who's participated. Andre, as always, appreciate your input,
Thank you very much.
and what you add to the live.
Yeah.
Um, like I said, don't forget to continue to comment below, even on our Facebook page. Attached to our YouTube profile, we have a link that will send you to our Facebook page. Please make sure to like and follow our page as well. Don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube, so you get notifications whenever we go live. We are working on midweek content,
Yes.
so we're gonna have that coming through soon and eventually. And also, we'll be going on a cruise, so we plan on recording some stuff and having some
Yeah.
previews for you guys
But you
just so
see,
you can
that's
see.
that's why it's so important
Yeah.
to subscribe
Yes.
and
And
then hit that
hit the
notification button,
notification bell.
because once you hit that, then you will know when we actually have new content.
Yes.
Um,
Shorts.
yeah, I mean, definitely. I don't know if you guys have seen it. We have some shorts in
Yeah.
there. They're not the best. Is what
No.
we have.
When we were
That's
losing our
that's
mind.
that's who we are. We are authentic.
Yeah.
And there's one in there that we are completely like losing our minds. That happens. Well, with
Yeah.
the storm.
During setup, whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it happens. So
And make sure to hit the like button,
yes, yes,
please.
and yeah, no. So that's who we are, and we trying to put it out there. We're not trying to create fake content. We're not
No.
trying to create or sell a fake Geo or Joey.
No. And quite frankly, sometimes I may be absolutely wrong, or you might not agree with me, and
I mean,
that's
yeah,
perfectly fine.
no,
That is perfectly fine.
absolutely. We're not here to
We're not perfect.
yeah, and we're not here to please anybody else.
No.
I believe God has called us to this time to speak the truth.
Yeah.
Um, in a way that it will get to everybody,
Yeah.
but is Bible. Like
Yeah.
we're not
Yeah.
talking out of like our pockets.
Well, and in the generation we live in, there's so much distractions and there's so much influences that
Yeah.
kills, things like authenticity, especially in Christ. So
You can still be
Definitely.
cool and be crazy.
yeah,
You know, we cool and crazy
Yeah.
and Christian, and you know,
Yeah.
I like tattoos. You like socks?
Yeah.
and
With sandals.
and sandals.
know?
Yeah.
I don't have any tattoos. I don't want any tattoos. It's how we differ, but
No, we
it's
definitely
it's
gonna
who we are.
we're gonna have to get tattoos though.
Who's we?
Me and you.
Me and you and my dog Blue.
And no, for
I'll
real.
get your dog Blue, and then you can get a tattoo with Blue, and you can do anything that you want to do. Sorry, I have almost a 2-year-old, so and it takes me back to my childhood.
Nah, she's the most gorgeous baby
you.
girl.
Thank you. I made that. No, I didn't make that.
Okay.
My wife and I were used to make that. Anyway,
You used to.
we were used
Oh,
to make that.
not anymore. Oh man, I had a good time, man.
I did too.
I love it.
Some good stuff, man.
Yeah,
Some good stuff.
yeah. I wish we can do this every Monday.
Yeah, I think we try.
Yeah,
We try.
I mean,
You know.
if not, we're gonna be here every Monday at 9.
Yep. Don't forget, next Monday,
Next Monday,
9 p.m.
9
Don't forget
p.m.
to tune in. Thank you for joining us.
And stay tuned because definitely there will be some more stuff in there.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna take any more time.
No.
Love you guys.
Don't forget, siempre estar relajando en serio.
Oye, pensaba que iba a decir que no se olviden, busquen de Dios,
Eso también, eso también.
oren,
Eso
lean la
también.
Biblia,
Aleluya. Es verdad.
ofrenden,
Es verdad.
diezmen.
Yes. It's important.
Yeah,
It's biblical.
absolutely. Nosotros vamos a poner el cash app ahí.
There's blessings to Have a good night,
No,
people.
relajando, people. We love you.
We love you too.
Enjoy. Bye.
Have a good night.